If you've ever wondered what happens when a philosopher, feminist, and general life of the party comes into the world, look no further than Simone de Beauvoir. Born in Paris on January 9th, 1908, Simone was the kind of person who could make you question everything while still making you laugh. Let's dive into her life, works, and why she's still a rock star in the world of intellectual thought. Simone was the eldest of two daughters born to Georges and Françoise de Beauvoir. Her father, a legal secretary with aristocratic roots, had aspirations of wealth and success. Unfortunately, the family's finances took a hit after World War I, leaving them in a precarious financial situation. Her mother, a devout Catholic, was more concerned with proper manners and piety. Beauvoir had been a deeply religious child as a result of her education and her mother's training. However, at the age of 14, she had a crisis of faith and decided definitively that there was no God. She remained an atheist until her death. Her rejection of religion was followed by her decision to pursue and teach philosophy. Simone's childhood was marked by her insatiable curiosity and a love for books that by the age of 15, she had decided to become a writer. Spoiler alert, she succeeded. Despite the challenges of their financial decline, Simone's family ensured she received an excellent education. She attended Catholic schools before enrolling at the prestigious Sorbonne, where she studied philosophy. Her brilliance became apparent early on, as she graduated second in her class, just behind fellow philosopher and future partner Jean-Paul Sartre. One of the most intriguing aspects of Simone's life was her partnership with Sartre. They met in 1929 while preparing for the agrégation, a competitive exam in philosophy. Sartre, impressed by Simone's intellect, nicknamed her the Beaver, a play on her last name and her industrious nature. From the start, their connection was electric, based on mutual respect and a shared passion for philosophy. Their relationship was anything but traditional. Sartre proposed marriage, but Simone declined, valuing her independence too much to be confined by conventional roles. Instead, they crafted a partnership that defied societal norms. They maintained separate living arrangements, prioritized intellectual companionship, and allowed each other the freedom to pursue other relationships. While unconventional, their bond was unshakable. If you'd met Simone, you might have been struck by her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude. She was fiercely independent, unapologetically intelligent, and had a knack for cutting through nonsense like a hot knife through butter. Friends often described her as funny and mischievous, with a laugh that could light up a room. She loved good food, fine wine, and traveling to new places. Her adventurous spirit and love for exploration were evident in both her personal life and her writing. Before Simone became a full-time writer and philosopher, she worked as a teacher. After completing her studies at the Sorbonne, she taught philosophy at several prestigious schools across France, including Lycée Montcrand in Marseille, Lycée Jeanne d'Arc in Rouen, and Lycée Molière in Paris. Simone was known for her engaging and challenging style. Her time as a teacher deeply influenced her later works. Interacting with young minds gave her insight into the societal structures that shaped people's beliefs and behaviors. These experiences informed her exploration of freedom, responsibility, and the roles of women in society. Some of her key works include The Second Sex, 1949, a feminist Bible, if ever there was one. This book explores the ways women have been marginalized throughout history and calls for their liberation. She Came to Stay, 1943, a novel exploring existentialism, freedom, and the complexities of human relationships. The Mandarins, 1954. A semi-autobiographical tale of post-war intellectuals navigating the challenges of political and personal loyalties. Memoirs of a Dutiful Daughter, 1958. The first volume of her autobiography, chronicling her early years and the experiences that shaped her worldview. Adieu, a farewell to Sartre, 1981. A moving tribute to her lifelong partner, written after his death. In addition to her literary achievements, Simone was an activist who supported various social and political causes. She spoke out against colonialism, supported workers' rights, and was an advocate for women's liberation. Her commitment to social justice was deeply intertwined with her philosophical beliefs. Beauvoir saw the passing of her lifelong companion in 1980. Following the death of Sartre, Beauvoir officially adopted her companion, Sylvie Le Bon, who became her literary executor. Beauvoir died of a pulmonary edema on April 14, 1986. Simone wasn't just a writer, she was a movement. She challenged societal norms, questioned gender roles, and paved the way for modern feminist thought. Her work reminds us to think critically, live authentically, and never settle for less than equality. Through her writings, Simone encouraged women to take control of their destinies and reject the limitations imposed by society. She argued that one is not born, but rather becomes a woman, emphasizing that gender roles are a social construct. This revolutionary idea continues to influence feminist theory and activism today. Simone's legacy extends beyond feminism. Her existentialist philosophy encourages us to embrace freedom and responsibility, reminding us that life's meaning is something we create for ourselves. She proved that you can be smart, sassy, and significant all at once. In a nutshell, Simone de Beauvoir was a trailblazer who made philosophy accessible, feminism essential, and intellectual debates exciting. She lived life on her own terms, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations. And for that, we tip our existentialist berets to her.